You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair. Howdy, y'all, as my grandfather likes to say. Welcome. This is Words with Ali. I'm your host, Ali Seavright. And this week's episode, I'm going to say some words on knowledge. But more specifically, fixing shit. I'm going to need you guys to continue making nonsense noises with our tools. We have customers coming in, and I really want to upsell them on everything. You know, just charge them double, triple, even quadruple how much it should cost. And we just want to fuck over random people. We're just any and every auto mechanic ever. So yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep it up. Also, one of you guys feel free to answer that phone. You know, we don't have an official receptionist. You're just drilling, ain't you? You just drilling. You're not even listening, aren't you? Why is no one saying anything? This feels fucked. Was that an eagle? Why is there an eagle in the shop? Is that a helicopter? How did you even get a helicopter in here? So y'all just ain't saying shit, huh? Y'all just gonna keep on torque wrenching shit and not noticing what the fuck's going on in here. We got an eagle and a helicopter. Ain't nobody said shit once. Not one word. And I'm guessing none of y'all noticed this clown on a unicycle just pedaling through the shop right now. You know? What's that on his back? Wait, what? Oh, he's strapped. What? Oh, Lord. Oh, my body. Oh, you shot my body. No one's seen this clown shooting me. Why are you not reacting? Oh, I'm bleeding now. Oh, so much blood. I'm seeing the light. It's getting dark and light at the same time. If one of y'all could go to my house and clear my browser history, I'd really appreciate that. We don't need what's on there to get out. You know what I'm saying? Oh goodness. Oh, I appreciate the dedication y'all have to your work. This is a different type of dedication. Y'all ain't even noticing nothing. Oh, y'all gonna be successful. Y'all gonna be successful. Now, the human race, we quest so much for knowledge and to understand everything around us, and we create in order to make our lives simpler and more streamlined and efficient. And, you know, we create so many fucking magnificent things. You know, like from submarines to massive towering skyscrapers to spaceships and interstellar telescopes that are showing us stars and galaxies from billions of light years away. Like, what? And yeah, that kind of brings us to the individual. You know, we as individuals cannot do none of that shit. Just none of that shit. We as a group, as the human race, we can build and do whatever. We're talented. We're geniuses. But the average Joe out there doesn't know how to fucking get their coffee maker to start working again after it stops, or even just basic, just like replacing the filter on your furnace. Motherfuckers don't know that. They think that it's like, oh, it's just gonna sit there. Like, motherfuckers blowing air through it. It's gonna collect dust. So you gotta change them filters, or else you're gonna have like a fucking fire eventually. And the same thing with your dryer lint. This is like a PSA announcement. Like clean out the lint and shit. In your dryer and your dryer hoses, wherever it exhausts to, you gotta vacuum that shit out or something. It may not cause a problem today, but it may cause a problem tomorrow. But what I'm really saying is that, like, I feel like everyone should know how to fix shit. Now, I'm not saying everyone should have the knowledge of the ins and outs of everything that they ever touch in their lives, but like, for instance, if you own a car, you should know the basic maintenance and like how to like change your air filter. Like that's something a lot of people don't do, and they go to like fucking Jiffy Lube or wherever, and they charge them like $100 to change out an $8 filter. An $8 filter. An $8 filter. Yeah. Like it's so easy. Like literally, all you got to do is take out the intake and replace the filter. Like really, it's not even a fucking. You don't even need tools. You just use your finger, pop it up, lift up the plastic thing, take out the old filter, put in a new one, and clip it back in, and that's it. You just saved yourself like $90. It's wild. And yeah, I'd say the same thing with oil changes, changing your coolant, your transmission fluid, like anything with liquids. They're pretty simple to change out. And then when you get into like the more complex, like components failing and having to replace them and using other tools to get shit out, and I mean, yeah, there it gets a little more complex. But like in terms of liquids, I feel like everyone should have at least an understanding of what to do. And I know, like, yeah, it's not always convenient to try to do these things and fix it yourself, but like, it like the amount of money you save is ridiculous. It really is. Cause yeah, I was helping my brother recently. He had some trouble with his truck suspension system, and he had to replace the tie rods. And yeah, he got a quote from a shop. They're gonna charge him like $2,500, and then plus the cost of parts. And I was like, oh shit, that's a bit much. And then we ended up getting our elbows covered in grease, and did it ourselves for literally, I'd say like 1/5 the cost of that. So it's like, if you got the time and you got the knowledge, you can save yourself a lot of money. And like, it's like, yeah, that's like a running theme in my life. Yeah, like, because there's times where like I needed something, but I didn't exactly have all the resources I needed at the time, so I just had to MacGyver a way to make shit work. Like for instance, like when my guitar got broken on those assholes at the beach that tried to jump me, um, I rebuilt it. I used some wood I got off a construction site. I had a chisel, I had a hammer, I had a knife, and I literally chiseled out this body. And yeah, I had to rewind the pickups. By the way, fun fact: when you're winding a pickup, yeah, you're using a super thin gauge of wire. I think it's like 42 gauge. And if that shit breaks, you have to start over again. And you're doing thousands upon thousands of windings. And if it's too loose, it won't sound good. If it's, and like I had to redo that a few times. But it was a learning experience. I had to like make a rig with my fishing reel, and like I used some wood and like a paper clip and shit to keep the tension straight. And yeah, it was a fucking, yeah, that was the hardest part about rebuilding the guitar. But other than that, just soldering the wires and then sticking it on a piece of wood and throwing the neck back on. I was surprised the neck was still in good shape, so that was really nice. And yeah, it's a functioning guitar that I played shows with, and it's fucking. It's not the best guitar, but it's unique and it's still functional, and it was free, except for the wire. The wire, I had to buy a lot of wire because yeah, I made lots of mistakes. And the funny thing is, like, I learned as I was doing it. But I read a couple books, but mostly I just went on YouTube to like see if other people did this. And yeah, YouTube had like a straightforward video. This dude was just It's like, yeah, I just want to take her, you pick up and just make sure it's all clean and shit. Oh, one other thing, you want to make sure you have the end super long once you start the winding, because, like, if it's super short, you're just going to get fucked. Anyway, once you do all that, you wind it up and you just dip in some wax, and then you tape it up, and then you get yourself a working pickup, bud. And, that it was just super, super nice to have the knowledge to be able to fix something like that. Because, like, I don't know how much it costs to. Well, I mean, you could buy, like, a pickup for, like, what, $40 or some shit. But it was nice. I was like, yo, I can do this myself. I can fix it. I'm Bob the Builder. And, like, it's a skill that I don't know if I'm going to use again, but, like, it's good to have it. And, like, even too, like, when I was working, I'd rip my shirts a lot because, like, they get caught on nails or wood and shit and just rip. I'm like, it gets expensive buying new shirts, and for especially for me, because, like, my shoulders are kind of wide, so, like, when I try to get shirts, like, at a regular store, like, they don't really fit, so I have to get, like, custom made shirts, and that shit's super expensive. Like, it's fuck. Like, I know they got Big and Tall and DXL and all these other stores, but, like, man, you gotta make it, like, fucking, I know you're using more material, but, like, do you really gotta charge $90 for a t-shirt? Like, $90? 90? 90? It's not even Egyptian silk or nothing. It's just regular cotton. It's like, bruh, it's a basic shirt. Why is it that much? Anyway, so I learned how to sew, and it's funny. I learned how to sew initially at summer camp years ago. We were, like, sewing together, like, bean bags and shit, and I kind of I remembered how to sew from, like, way back then, and then I just applied it to my shirts. It's like, yeah, let me just sew this up, attach this rip piece to that rip piece, and make it look all proper again, functional. That was like the main key. I just wanted it to be like a functional shirt again, rather than a piece of just torn shit. And yeah, the first few shirts, they didn't really line up too well. Like, I definitely didn't. I just, like, kind of started the sewing. I didn't really line up the two pieces. So, like, on some sleeves, like, there'd be, like, a part that was, like, super long, and the other part was short, and then be, like, a crumpled piece of fabric in the middle that still had, like, partial hole in it. So it was, like, it's kind of fucked. But, yeah, I'd say, like, after the years, I'm a little bit better. I'm not a perfect seamstress or seamster, but I'm able to make shit usable again. And that I've used it quite a few times, like, even sewing, like, a canvas tent, to keep the rain from coming in. I did that a couple times, and having that knowledge, is very useful for a range of applications, but just in general, just having it is super useful because you could teach other people too. And, it's really nice, like, especially when someone is, like, say, struggling with something, and, they have no idea how to fix something. Like, you just go like, hey, just slap some tape on it, throw some glitter, and, fucking walk away, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, holy shit, what? Tape and glitter can fix my life's problems? Thank you. Thank you. I'm, like, passing on that type of knowledge. Well, not literally tape and glitter, but, like, you know what I mean. But passing on that knowledge is, like, what brings us up as a group. We're no longer dumb individuals. We're individuals that know a little bit more. And when we come together as collective, we build shit like submarines and skyscrapers and spaceships. And the thing is, like, this applies to more than just fixing physical things. Like, relationships and friendships, like, this applies to that too. Having knowledge of how to communicate, number one, but also having the knowledge of showing empathy and understanding the other person's feelings can help rectify and fix a lot of situations. Because, yeah, I've been on a journey of, gaining a lot more emotional knowledge so I can connect and also convey and communicate on a different level than I was before. And that has fixed, a lot of, you know, problems that I had with some people. Some people, no. Some people, like, for the most part, yeah. And, realizing that learning and applying that can really have a massive effect on the whole trajectory of how you would have seen your life before. Because if I didn't, talk to people and get understanding, I would have done a lot of stuff that I'm doing now. And that's a cool idea. Like, it's not even that like I'm becoming like a totally different person. It's like I'm becoming more of myself and allowing that to flourish and kind of hold space for openness and just learning and just growing. Because I feel like that's fundamental to just life. We have to grow. We have to evolve. We have to keep moving forward. Otherwise, we stay stagnant and die. Like, ignorance is a clown on a unicycle just shooting people with AK 47s. We got to have, contingencies to not allow ignorance to, you know, stifle us from becoming better and bigger. So I'm throwing out a challenge. I want y'all to get some knowledge on something. Like, say, look at something that recently broke in your life and see what knowledge you can learn to fix it. It could be a relationship, it could be a fucking coffee pot. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. But it could be anything. It could be a pencil. You just, look up how to, gain knowledge on fixing it. What are the steps? What are the first steps to try to rectify whatever the situation is? And then apply it. Apply all that knowledge. Because it's so rewarding to fix your own shit. It really is. Sure, it's super convenient if you're having trouble to seek a third party and have them do everything. But when you can fix the things that are wrong yourself, it's empowering, it's rewarding, and, economically, it's fucking dope. Dope as shit. Fucking change some spark plugs myself. Fucking dude's gonna charge like 300 fucking bucks. I'm like, bruh, I spent like $60 on a spark plug, put it in myself. Boom. That's mad savings. Economical. Economical logicals. Economical logicals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm urging y'all to get economical about that logical and get hypothetical on somebody clavicle. You know what I'm saying? Squeets. But yeah, learn shit. Apply that knowledge. Improve your life, and also improve the lives of others. Maybe teach someone something. That's super dope too. Yeah, teach somebody something. If you know languages, teach somebody another language. Also, I'm looking for a Japanese, native Japanese speaker. I'm trying to learn this here Japanese, but this shit tough. So if anyone out there, fluent in Japanese, hit me up. I'm out in the ether. You're gonna have to figure out how to find me. You already know my name. You do the rest. I ain't spoon feeding that, but But also French, Mandarin, maybe Spanish. I do like Spanish, but yes, I'm still learning them languages. So y'all, someone out there want to help me? I'm open. I'm trying to be a polyglot. Out here slanging languages. I'm a languager. But get out there, teach somebody something, learn something, and just fix shit. It's the time. And yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. So y'all have a good afternoon, good night, good evening, good day. Take care. I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. So, all right, it's still going. I'm not gonna say the word that ends it yet. Kind of want this to linger out a bit. Also, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing okay. If you're not, you'll get through it. You're gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything gonna be all right forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's enough random ramblings. So take care once again, and peace.